Hey y'all, what is up YouTube? How's it going everybody? Sparky Marky Mark here, back to do a review and unboxing for a certain watch. But, excuse me everybody. But if you're looking in this video, you're in the year 1987. Those who are in this video, those who are in the last few seconds or minute of this video, you're already in 1987. What a year everybody. Awesome films, action films, drama and horror films. Of course, if anybody's familiar with such films like say, Full Moon's Creepazoid, awesome film. The Hidden with that was directed by Jack Shoulder, if I said his name right, and also stars who is in this film? Oh yeah, Kyle MacLachlan and Michael Nouri. Awesome film, cool horror film, no lie, no kidding. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the hit Predator, but let's be clear, this is the Nintendo video game that came out at the same time as the film. Lorraine Gary in her final film, Jaws for the Revenge, but this is a poster as well. And Andy Sidaris with another hit in his belt, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Madonna, starting opposite Griffin Dunn in Who's That Girl? That was a cool film. John Carpenter in another hit in his belt, Prince of Darkness. And this one is, I believe, a French poster for Jaws for the Revenge. Here's a ad for the arcade of Double Dragon. Promotional flyers, that is. But the alternate poster for Predator. And you got Street Fighter from Capcom. This is a disc PK for Capcom at the time. And you got a French poster for the Wraith. I believe this is a UK poster. Yeah, a UK quad, that is. And so that year we got RoboCop. We got cool musics from such artists. Michael Jackson's big hits at that time with the song Bad and other musics at that time period. Serve Nazis Must Die, which is part of Trauma. This one, I hope the Nazis suffer. I haven't seen it, but I got to see it soon. And what else went on that year? Clive Barker starred with director George Povlo, if I said his name, with his adapting his short story that Clive Barker wrote, the screenplay, called Rawhead Rex. And now it's getting a 4K this year. And what else? The Lamp, which is a very cool film. And you got The Video Dead, Retribution, 3 O'Clock High, Gothic, and you got the sequel House, Killer Instinct, which is of course a Roger Corman production film, or this was directed by Sirius H. Santiago. Here you go. And Louis Gossett Jr. and James Belushi in The Principal. And Blood Diner, directed by Jackie Kong. And Fred Williamson in Inglourious Basterds 2 Hell Heroes, starring Chuck Connors and Miles O'Keefe. And I believe another low-budget film called Time Guardian, which is, of course, it's a PG film. It's a great film. And Dean Stockwell's in the film, and Carrie Fisher, if I'm not mistaken, she's in it. And it was distributed by Hemdale, which anybody know what company Hemdale was. They were a well-known distributor of B-plus low-budget films. They did Platoon and Salvador. And that year we had Rolex GMT Master 2, reference 16710. This is the Coke insert, and it's got two other nicknames, the Fat Lady and Sophia Loren. It's got 3 nicknames. It's kind of ridiculous when you put the 3 and 3 together. And you got like the cool Nintendo games coming out that year, like say Missile Command, but this is the Atari ST. Oh, The Gate, and then of course by that point in November we got 3 Men and a Baby with these 3 future actors who are now on television. And then we got Kid Icarus. If I said the name right, correct me there. Again, this is the NES version. And also that year we had the Japanese adapted comic and television show called Skibon Dikka, which adapted into film, released on Valentine's Day 1987. And then you got the Street Fighter. Yo, Street Fighter. Amazing, amazing. That's again an arcade flyer. They're on the same time. And then another one for electro coin sales. And this is a Japanese for the Carnival 2 Super Service Nepco Flyer, Red Brown and Striped Commando, and you got, of course, Some Kind of Wonderful, which is, of course, a John Hughes production, and it was directed by Howard Dutch. I don't know, could these be like Lola Loud and Lana Loud? Definitely has the feel of it. And you got Patrick Dempsey and his big film, also with Amanda Peterson, called You Can't Buy Me Love. Then we had the arcade video game for Operation Wolf. I played it in Arcade Odyssey. It's amazing. Contra by Konami. It's an NES arcade game. And it's a flyer for the device for Electrocoin. And you got a UK quad poster for Evil Dead 2. A different quad poster for Evil Dead 2. Which is indeed, of course, it's sort of a more of comedy than horror in its way. Japanese arcade flyer for Operation Wolf, and Spain arcade poster for Operation Wolf. Mega Man for the NES. Flyers. You got the Running Man, which is the Running Man, which of course it was adapted to a film, and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Maria Conchita Alonso, Jeppe Kotto, Richard Dawson. He plays the main villain, scored by Harold Fredermeyer, who was involved in Beverly Hills Cop. And it was, oh, look at that, produced by Rob Cohen, who would later direct Daylight, The Fast and the Furious, Triple X, and Alex Cross. Those would be his future projects. And the screenplay was written by Steve D'Souza, who was involved in Commando, 48 Hours, and would later be involved in the Die Hard. And it was based on the short story The Running Man by Richard Bachman, but we know it was Stephen King. But don't care. I mean, some of the material was Stephen King's. Some of it was another dude. Maybe it got a little mixed up. I'm not so sure, but I don't care. I dig this film. It was directed by Paul Michael Goslar. And then you got another film that year called Ruskies, which was directed by Rick Rosenthal, the gentleman that brought us Bad Boys and Halloween 2. Gave us this film, the story about a Russian sailor shipwrecked in America, and then there are three American boys together are about to share the adventure of a lifetime. Sometimes the worst of enemies can become the best of friends. So yeah, it has Whip Hubley playing the role of Mishka and Leaf Phoenix. Obviously, it's Joaquin Phoenix in this film, one of his early films. Peter Bingsley from the world of the Bob Clark Christmas film, A Christmas Story. And another actor who played the best friend, I forgot what's his name. But all in all, this is a great film, and of course, it's a fun kind of film taking place during the summer and 4th of July. So yeah, it's a fun story, it's a fun film, nothing to lie about. And also, Leo Rossi's in this film, who worked with Rick Rosenthal on Halloween 2. He's in this film. There's nothing to lie about that. And this is the picture for the graphic novel called Tomie, Tomie. Tomie to be exact. And that's the image of the character in the graphic novel, Tomie. It's a Japanese graphic horror film. Horror novel, which became adapted to film in the late 90s. You got Operation Wolf for the European ad, Oh, sorry about that. Oh, God. And then you got the Super Mario Brothers action series on the Nintendo, but this is the European version. And you got the quad poster for In Search of Darkness. You got the Atari 87 for the Dig Dug. And of course, Stanley Kubrick's hit film Full Metal Jacket with Vincent D'Onofrio, Matthew Modine, Adam Baldwin is in it. Arlie Ermey's in this film. The story taking place, of course, in the Vietnam War. And then, of course, Casio released a DB800 phone number data bank with dial tone. Amazing piece. And you got the pulse sensor one, the heart rate pulse sensor, JP100W. Amazing to check your pulse. Meteoroid for the NES. And you got a Spain poster for Jaws for the Revenge. And here's an original art. Here's a artwork for the Tomei, an illustration in black and white of Tomei. You have the 4 Cenobite villains in Hellraiser. You got Butterball, Chatter, the female Cenobite, and Pinhead. That were, of course, that was created by the great Clive Barker, and he made these design and monsters look so real, so awesome. And then next up is for the Commodore for California games for the Commodore 64/128. Double Dragon for the NES. You got for the Atari ST Moon Patrol. And you got the sequel Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman in it, and James Hampton, who played Scott's father, is the character's the character's uncle. So yeah, he's back as well. Then that year we had the DW-8700, 5600C, but we'll get back to that in a moment. Cheech Marin in a hit film comedy, Border on Insanity, Born in East LA. Charles Bronson as Paul Kersey in Death Wish 4, The Crackdown. And you got a NES opening for the Predator video game title screen. The Fat Boys and Ralph Bellamy in Disorderlies. Amazing comedy film. If the Three Stooges made you laugh yourself sick, the Fat Boys will put you in the hospital. Really, it's got slapstick feel because it is a little homaging the Three Stooges. If they made you laugh so hard, these guys will too. And then you got the hit film Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the summer of '87. Soon the hunt will begin. So yeah, it is indeed a hit film that was directed by John McTiernan. And you got The Adventures in Babysitting, very fun movie. You got this is the Europa version for the Super Mario Brothers NES. Michael Dudikoff coming back as Joe Armstrong in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. Ernest Borgnine and Telly Savalas in The Dirty Dozen 3, The Deadly Mission. You got Stuart Gordon in doing a new hit film called Dolls. I believe it's the different poster art from Empire Pictures before it was Full Moon Pictures. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, but it's a Mexican poster of the film. Blood Rage, the story about twin siblings, one evil, one good, and the good one gets sent to an asylum because of the twins' evilness. Here's a different poster for Rusky. And you got Instant Justice, aka Marine Issue, with Michael Paré, Tawny Canton, and Charles Neighbors in this film. And here's the official poster for Dolls. And it is Empire Pictures. They walk, they talk, they kill. Dolls. So yeah, and the special effects were done by Mechanical and Makeup Imageries Incorporated. So yeah, These are the gentlemen that were involved in designing the dolls. So yeah, Stuart Gordon's best work by Newsna produced the film. Stuart Gordon directed it. Metal Gear for Japanese MSX2. We have Rolex Submariner 168000. Different shot for Predator. Demons 2, Luberto Pava direct. The Nightmare Returns. Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol. And, of course, Clive Barker's adaptation of The Hellbound Heart, which became a film called Hellraiser. Demons to some, angels to others. He'll tear your soul apart. Awesome tagline. No lie there. Next up was Deadly Prey. And you got Centipede, the original bug blasting classic. That's kicking butt for the Atari 8700. And you got the American poster for Jaws 4: The Revenge. Lorraine Gary's final acting career as Ellen Brody. And you have the sequel, Deathstalker 2, Duel of the Titans. So yeah, indeed a very hit film in 1987. Well, it wasn't released theatrically. Maybe it was. I'm not so sure. His battle isn't over. And you got, of course, Masters of the Universe. Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella, and, of course, a young Courtney Cox, since this was her first feature film. And you got, who else is in this? James Tolkien is in this film from Top Gun. He will later be playing other authority figures and teacher roles in the 90s. And Meg Foster's in this film. And Richard Duncan McNeil's in this film. A battle fought in the stars now comes to Earth. And it's adapted from the toys and the cartoon shows. I don't give a damn. This film, to me, is awesome. It's a fun film. And you got the poster for Harry and the Hendersons. Lethal Weapon. Richard Pryor in critical condition alongside Joe Mantegna and Bob Saget. And who else is in this film? It's insane because he's mistaken to be a doctor. Really? He's a doctor. Then next up you have Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. And you have a Sega for the... You got Ghostbusters for Sega. And here's the poster for Harry and the Hendersons. According to science, Bigfoot doesn't exist. When you can't believe your eyes, trust your heart. Amazing. A UK quad poster for Hellraiser. Here's the look of the villain. Then you got the Garbage Pail Kids, Mackenzie Astin, Sean Astin's brothers in this film. And it is adapted from these card games. Seriously, it is adapted from these trading cards for kids, and it became a film. John Carl Buechler designed the characters for this movie. He didn't direct; he just did the designing of the characters. Eddie Murphy is back as Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop 2. Doom Asylum, low-budget film. It's a fun film, no lie. The poster for Jaws: The Revenge. Robert Carradine is back as Louis Skolnick with Anthony Edwards and others in Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. Another low-budget film from the world of Roger Corman, but again, it was directed by Cirio H. Santiago in Demons of Paradise. It's a great underwater film. Oh, really? I don't think it's plagiarizing Creature from the Black Lagoon, because this creature is after people. Mannequin with Kim Cartel, Estelle Getty, Andrew McCarthy, and G.W. Bailey's in this film. Very fun comedy film. No lie, no kidding. Some guys have all the luck. Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers. Man, awesome. Afterburner, the Sega game. Creepshow 2. And what else? Evil Dead 2, which is, of course, indeed a slapstick comedy feel. Bruce Campbell as back as Ash. Munchies. Larry Cohen's third installment, Island of the Alive, which is, of course, It's Alive 3. On Omega Speedmaster 45.22.022 for Italy. Oh, amazing. You have an Omega Speedmaster for the 45.22. This is a different design. Well, it is kind of an awesome look. Then you got the Lost Boys with the Coreys, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and Jason Patrick, and Jamie Gertz, if I said her name right, and it was directed by Joel Schumacher. Amazing film, 1987 hit. And what else? Robin Williams as Adrian Cronauer in the hit Good Morning America, and was directed by Barry Levinson. Cyclone with Heather Thomas, directed by Fred Olen Ray. Fatal Beauty, starring Whoopi Goldberg. Eye of the Eagle, which was directed by Sergio A. Santiago as part of the Vietnam collection. The Party Begins When the Lights Go Out. Slumber Party Massacre 2. And then you got the Monster Squad. And then, of course, in December, we got this movie. Creepshow 2 was out. Very awesome sequel. Then next up, you have the second installment to Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yep. The nightmare is about to begin again. And this is, of course, directed and edited, written and directed by Lee Harry, who is a big fan of the original. And the story follows the character of Billy Chapman's brother, Ricky Caldwell, because some of it borrows from the first movie, sure, and you get to hear and you get to hear about Ricky since the orphanage got closed, and after the events of the first movie, he got adopted with a nice family, and suddenly when he sees people being bullied, like his brother really hated bullies, the little brother starts stepping in and starts kicking ass all over again. And it is indeed a good horror film in the holiday seasons. So, with all that out of the way, let's get to the watch. Here, what you're looking at is a W-59-1V, released in the summer of '87, and it's a square piece. Amazing. Very good design, though. Enough chit-chat, let's take a look at the watch. Like right now. Let's go. Here, y'all, is what you're looking at the DW-5600C-1 from the summer of 1987. And the originals would have REM on the screen, right there. And a lot of other things. No illumination, no nothing. These had incandescent microlights. Battery life up to about 7 years. And it's the Eva G-Shock of the DW-5000 design, taking over the corner type model. So yeah, amazing piece from the late 80s. So with all that out of the way, let's head to the watch. Casio box. Well, enough looking around this box. Let's see what's inside. Like right now, let's see what's inside. I want to know. Let's see what's inside. It's here, W-5900. Let's see the manual quickly. Oh, it's stuck in there. That's right. This is it. That's a lot of numbers. This is the Verb version or something. Which module number? 587, 590, 593, 596, 1271. What is it? Can't tell. Gotta look at the watch for as well. Oh, you got this particular manual that you have to open wide. Oof, that's a big one. I don't want to waste too much on that. It'd be 2 years before you even heard of the F91W to be exact. So it's the module 590. Observe it, ladies and gentlemen. This is all you're going to be getting. Details and size will be in the description box down below. And the kind of watch you would like to have flat on a table, even though it's been on this thing for quite some time. So yeah, it's a thick watch. Kind of looks like the kind that nerds would wear, or anyone would wear, or maybe workers, maybe out of dock or so would wear this. Let's see how it looks on the Sparky wrist. You know what? Let's leave that for a moment. Let's look at the modes. Got your alarm. Okay, you can say your alarm, and you got that vibrator right there. Not a vibrator, something else. And you got your alarm for 24-hour. You got that indicator thing for the vibrate, if I'm not mistaken. But if you press it again, bye-bye. You got your stopwatch, and you're back to your time. You can adjust it. But hold on, I'm not on 24-hour. I'm not on military time. I gotta change military time. There we go. And let's go back again. Okay, you can adjust your seconds. Press that button for the lighting, but that's also for the hour, the minute, the month, and the date, day of the week, and back to your seconds. But when you press that, you're back to where you are. Again, you can't deny this piece. Two buttons on one and one on that side. Let's take a look how it looks on the Sparky wrist for a moment. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at the buckle. Okay, buckle may say China, but dude, this brand is from Japan. I believe it's like the shippings of parts, you know, that have to be coming in around. Okay, it can fit like 5 holes, or maybe 4. Depends on the wrist size for that matter. Depends on how big is your wrist. Maybe you should leave it a little bit loose, say on the holes to the top. Smudge on the screen there. So tell me what you guys think. Again, this would be a few years later. We got illumination on our watches. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you the screen. So no chit chat. Let's put some music, and let's see what fits in the year of 1987 for this one. No chit chat. Let's get to the music, like now. Wow. That's a long way from this, but hell. And plus, let's be clear, my brother was born in February of '87, and my old man was about 20 at the time, so yeah, he was a young guy like any of yous. Heck, a little bit of myself in some way. So, with all that, let's play Trampoline by Julian Cope, or COPE, if you will, with the hit song Trampoline. Enjoy it, folks and dudettes of the world. So, y'all enjoy the music? I know I have. Big hit of 1987. I don't even know if it was a big hit, but all in all, it is a rock and roll hit song. And this is indeed a best Casio watch ever produced. And it depends if you have a, like I said, if you have a big wrist, fill it like 3 or 4 holes, maybe a 5 hole, but it's your choice. Or you want to replace the band, put it in a different strap. But all in all, it's a great timepiece from 1987. And to any of those that were born in the 70s or early 80s, tell me, or anybody born in the 60s, tell me, what was it like in 1987? Heck, I don't know much, because let's be clear, I'm a 90s baby, but now we're reviewing a product from 1987. A Casio product, that is. And tell me, what you guys did in 1987? Was it crazy, fun, insane? Tell me down below. So yeah, And also, there's still demands for the In Search of Tomorrow, the definitive documentary for 80s sci-fi documentary movies. Um, so yeah, folks. So link is in the description box still, even though there was a timer. But the pre-orders will be fulfilled until April 16. Same time as the funding for Never Hike Alone 2. Again, link is in the description box down below. So anyways, this is Sparky Mark signing off. Y'all take care. God bless you. Catch you on the next vid. And remember, folks, stay awesome and be safe out there. But also support Never Hike Alone 2. They got to reach the goal of 150. So I'm signing off, y'all. Be safe. God bless you. Catch you all soon. Enjoy the day, y'all.